Are you easily manipulated by the media, or am I just an asshole?
Unfortunately, fear sells. And with this new information from the FDA, it still won't change people's perspective of anything. People would rather listen to the majority opinion from the media than them going out of their way to see if what they're being told is accurate or even true.
Of course, I'm not talking about the elderly. They're a lot more vulnerable, so they do have to be protected. The more I learn about this virus, the more I will find out that all this is just propaganda, and it's not that serious how people make it seem. Now look, if you're scared of COVID, that's fine. Stay inside, do not come out until all diseases are cured. Meanwhile, I'm gonna enjoy life.
Now look, I don't want this to be all about politics. I want this to be mostly about logic and reasoning, and how much your risk tolerance is. So I'm about to show you about 2 videos and an article, and I'll tell you my final opinions at the end.
Exist. And the 6 feet is a perfect example of sort of the lack of rigor around how CDC made recommendations. Nobody knows where it came from. Most people assume that the 6 feet of distance, the recommendation for keeping 6 feet apart, comes out of some old studies related to flu, where droplets don't travel more than 6 feet. We now know COVID spreads through aerosols. The initial recommendation that the CDC brought to the White House, and I talk about this, was 10 feet. And a political appointee in the White House said, we can't recommend 10 feet. Nobody can measure 10 feet. It's inoperable. Society will shut down. So the compromise was around 6 feet.
They're everywhere, those blue disposable masks. But do they really offer protection from the COVID-19 virus, especially the Delta variant? Turns out they're only 10% effective, according to a just-released Canadian study.
These are worse than worthless because they give people the sense that they're protecting themselves.
Dr. Michael Hertz says there's only one mask everyone should be wearing.
If you really want to protect yourself, you've got to wear an N95 mask.
So this mask has a great deal of air leakage, leaking up here, leaking on the sides, leaking below.
On the other hand, N95s fit very snug to your face.
All right, so I share that information to show you that even when you think you're doing everything right, you're still part of the problem. And what I mean by that is you're human. So, you know, when there's always those people that be like, oh, you're the reason why we're not back to normal, you're the reason. You're part of the reason too. I mean, you know, personally, all we could do is treat it. Eradicate it, that's impossible, because even if we go to the extreme, like Australia, there's other people that are not, you know. So are we gonna just like not let anyone in, like North Korea? So I have links of everything I showed down in the description, so if you think I'm lying, you want to research it yourself, like, oh, you're not telling the truth. I mean, what can I say? I don't know, I live in LA County right now, but hopefully by January, February, you're gonna see me in Mexico posting videos in a free country, I guess. I don't know. And one last thing, I'm not a doctor, don't listen to me. I'm just showing you the reasons why I'm not scared. And everyone that was close to me and that stopped talking to me, I hope your anxiety goes away, because, you know, don't fall victim to that for your whole life.